situation of the world. There are different forms of this, including pyromania, obsessive-compulsive disorder OCD, and hysteria. The form of neurosis that will be focused on in the seminar is the complex issue of phobias. The Encyclopedia of Britannica defines phobia as an extreme, irrational fear of a specific object or situation. Because of the disabling effects phobias have on both individuals and the community, it is important that a greater awareness is focused on this disability. The main points that will be discussed are the various types of phobias, personal effects of phobias, and solutions to overcoming irrational fear. Firstly, there are thousands of different phobias. While there are far too many to name, listofphobias.org provides a broad range of these often strange fears, ranging from the fear of swallowing air, fear of wind, fear of the boogeyman, fear of clocks, fear of taste, fear of ideas, fear of sex, or even the fear of everything. These are some of the more humorous fears known to man. Ironically, hippopotamonostrosesquipedalophobia is a fear of long words. More commonly known are the fears of spiders, needles, and the fear of flying. The following video shows how phobia can affect a person.
30 seconds, let's go. Tell me what it is. Put him down, never get fine. It's not gonna hurt you. Come on, grab it. Tell me what it is. Let's get this over. It's not that bad. Take one up and tell me what it is. You could have been done by now. It's not gonna hurt you. You could have been done by now. Yes, I'm positive. I've done every other time. There it is. Roll it out. Tell me what it is.
This seminar will focus mainly on agoraphobia, the fear of open spaces, and claustrophobia, which is the fear of enclosed spaces. Phobias can be classified into two categories. Specific, which include the fear of spiders, the fear of enclosed spaces. Stop laughing. The second type is complex, which includes social phobias and the fear of open spaces. The following encyclopedia defines them this way. A specific phobia is a severe dislike of a particular thing, including objects, animals, or a situation. Specific phobias start in childhood, particularly animal phobias and guys, please stop laughing. In early adulthood, they are more common in women than men. However, complex phobias have more complicated contributing factors and include agoraphobia and social phobia. These phobias are more disabling. Agoraphobia typically starts between the ages of 18 and 28. Social phobia usually onsets between 11 and 16 years. Although many find phobias to be irrational and silly, they are terrifying to the victim. According to avonhypnotherapy.co.uk, social phobia and agoraphobia affects 13% of the world's population. In the book Agoraphobia, Nature and Treatment by Matthews, Gleder, and Johnston, severe agoraphobia affects many normal routines. The author of the book states that patients often cannot shop, travel to work, collect their children from school, or travel. Unfortunately, people with agoraphobia often involve friends and relatives with their own problems because they themselves cannot cope. This can cause marital strain and often separates even close friends. This is the same with claustrophobia. Everyday activities such as using the bathroom, elevators, and even personal bedrooms can be traumatizing to an individual. Sadly, many individuals who suffer from such disabilities often find it difficult to seek help to overcoming the issue. This is because the individual finds it impossible to avoid coming in contact with his or her fear. For example, wide open roads or small consultant rooms. It is clear that phobias are extreme and crippling. They affect everyday activities and leave long-term damage on individuals. The second point that will be discussed is the personal effects that phobias have on an individual. Two significant aspects of these will be looked at. The first being psychological issues. According to an old German proverb, fear makes a wolf bigger than he is. This shows how someone suffering from a phobia often views the world. Instantly, an individual can be transformed from being calm to being terrified. This extreme fear of phobia causes anxiety. Anxiety can be defined as a feeling of dread, fear, or apprehension, often with no clear justification. According to medicine.net, it often causes many side effects, which can include depression, insomnia, restlessness, irritability, lack of concentration, tiredness, trembling, and agitation. Anxiety can also make individuals view problems in an unrealistic way. Furthermore, anxiety can also lead to low self-esteem. This is due to the constant knowledge that an individual is different or abnormal compared to other individuals. This is supported by Rosamond and Dr. Chandra in their book, Transforming Anxiety. As the turbulence of anxiety churns in the subconscious and plays out your thoughts and actions, it can cause fatigue, sleep disorders, hormone imbalances, health problems, and premature aging. Medical side effects are often a result of these psychological issues. With anxiety, individuals often feel stressed and worried. This leads to physical problems such as muscle tension and headaches. Furthermore, high blood pressure or hypertension, tooth decay, and frequent bowel movements are also common. According to the Mayo Clinic, blood pressure is often caused by stress because of extra hormones being released into the blood. Heart failure, strokes, and death can be a result of this. Tooth decay is also a side effect of stress. According to the Encyclopedia of Natural Healing, many grind their teeth at night as a result of anger, depression, stress, and anxiety. This wears away both teeth and gums, causing pain and can loosen teeth. It is obvious that phobias cause many personal problems. These may be both psychological and medical conditions. It is important that individuals suffering from the symptoms of a phobia to seek medical help so they can remain healthy. Finally, there are several different ways of overcoming these traumatizing fears. These include hypnotherapy, use of medication, and most importantly, support from family and friends. Hypnotherapy is a well-known solution of overcoming a phobia. According to ehow.com, hypnotherapy is a proven technique that uses relaxation and suggestion to bypass the critical thinking of the mind, which results in effective treatment of overcoming fears. The procedure involved in hypnotherapy involves learning relaxation techniques, talking to a therapist about one's fears, and mind exercise. This usually takes a long period of time, although some individuals have been cured as little as 3 hours. However, it usually requires several sessions with the therapist, which may be quite expensive. The use of medication can also be helpful to the victim. Although it is not a cure, it has been found to be highly effective at relieving anxiety. There are numerous drugs available to aid and relieve stress and anxiety. Benzodiazepines is the most preferred and commonly used drug to relieve social anxiety. This is because it is a fast-acting medication. Although the use of medication helps lower anxiety, there are several side effects such as loss of coordination, drowsiness, fatigue, and mental slowing. However, the most important solution for overcoming one's phobia is the help and support offered by friends, family, and the community. According to Jan Herring, a phobia treatment expert and and the president of Amsterdam Malthus Institute. Love, compassion, and friendliness. These are the 3 doses of medicine that can best cure a condition of intense fear or phobia. Within New Zealand, a 24-hour phone support service operates. According to New Zealand Phobic Trust, this helpline is open both to individuals and families of phobia sufferers. This organization believes that phobias are a highly serious matter. This is highlighted by the commitment and dedication shown by the Phobic Trust. It is virtually important that communities, doctors, and pharmaceutical companies take an interest in phobic sufferers so their symptoms can be treated and eliminated. In conclusion, this seminar has mentioned a variety of different phobias, personal effects of phobias, and some of the solutions in overcoming a phobia. Phobias can be extremely damaging to an individual and can lead to long-term medical and psychological disabilities. However, community awareness and support is seen as the most important issue, because without this, a phobic sufferer is alone, stressed, and has no way to recover.
You're so sadistic. Special thanks. Yep.
Do you or anyone you know have a phobia?
Yeah, my sister's got OCD. She's got real bad. She's like wash her hands until they bleed, and she wouldn't eat food because she thought people had injected it with cyanide.
Wow.
And she wouldn't go to sleep for until all of us had gone to sleep, and she'd go around the house 3 times and pull everything out of the wall and switch everything off. That got really annoying.
How does that affect your personal life and social life?
It was really annoying. You'd get up in the morning and try and watch TV or something, and it wouldn't turn on, or you'd go like make toast and whip it down. Really annoying.
Does it affect you in any way? If you live with your sister?
I just used to get really angry, but then she got scared of eating food in front of people as well, so she got became bulimic because of it. And she didn't leave the house for 2 months because she was scared of a car crash, or going for a walk. She was scared of a hit and run, and she'd be left dying in a ditch or something.
Is she still like that?
She's a wee bit better now, but it took heaps of therapy and stuff. But she still gets some little funny moods sometimes about stuff, but she's a little bit better.
I had phobia for some time, for a short time. You lock your door and you just walk and then come back again, check it again and walk and just come back and check it 3 or 4 times until I was looking at it and just walking backwards, and I was like, okay. I had it for a year and I just went away, I don't know why.
Anybody else? My sister has heights. Yeah. Is that something that affected her childhood?
Yeah.
Any events?
She just she can't go up the stairs, moving stairs until now. Yeah.
So she's over that stage?
No.
She's still scared?
Yeah.
Second question.
I have a phobia. I have a phobia of light.
Of light?
No.
Do you like light or do you
No, I'm scared. No, I'm joking. But I think I have a phobia. I'm not sure, but in tiny doses, like OCD as well. I like stuff in certain order. Otherwise, I just get a little grumpy. And
That might not exactly be a phobia. It might just be something you have a fear of. Because a phobia is something more intense, and you actually, as you saw in the video, you go crazy pretty much.
But how would you know if you have a phobia unless you?
Well,
When things extreme.
yeah, if it's really extreme, if it really affects you, in all the ways that I have listed, then you do. But everybody has something that they're scared of. Some people are scared of spiders, but that doesn't mean they have a phobia exactly.
But they've never. Well, what if people say they have a phobia of spiders and they've never seen spiders, or they've never been around? They have to be around the thing, don't they, to realize?
But I haven't seen mud. I hate
Mud.
things with mud. I don't like mud in my nails. I just don't like mud. Anything else? Okay, second question. How would you cope with a phobia of being around a phobic sufferer?
Laugh in the beginning and then just try to help them, because that's what we all did, didn't we?
It's embarrassing because my sister sometimes when we are in the mall, she can't go down the moving ladder, and she just say, "Oh, I will not go down the stairs."
But do you help her in any way? Like, do you stay
Push her down.
Yeah, I try to.
Go.
Yeah, it was little foot support.
Tough love.
Anybody else?
I mean, the way I sort of got over my thing was I would just say, okay, forget it. You're just gonna lose everything. Just forget it. Even if it's open, just forget about it. You know, someone's just gonna take your stuff and just leave. And just did it for like probably a couple of weeks and just got over it somehow. You probably have to like face it. But I mean, mine was a minor thing. It's not like a spider thing. I mean, or like what happened in film. So I think you just sort of gotta.
I think it's all to do with your head, Ellie.
It is. It is.
Do you have any other recommended treatments for a phobic sufferer?
Face it.
Right.
It's a little childish, but you try to make them face their fears slowly, and then after every time after if they can deal with it for about 20 seconds and they come back, you just reward them or something.
Like a little dog.
Yeah, something like that.
There's in hypnotherapy, there's a therapy called behavioral therapy,
Mm.
where they slowly take you through your fears, and at the end you actually face your fear. But you've actually had hypnotherapy, which means you're more,
Hypnotize.
yeah, you're not actually exactly hypnotized, but you've had therapy to overcome this without more intense like fear or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a program on TV about this.